Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single mainline Mario game. This was part of a poll I did, asking what kind of tier list videos you guys wanted to see me make first, and this was the most voted on, with a second place being ranking every single Pokemon ever, so that will be coming very soon. Like I mentioned in the last tier list video, expect more tier list videos going forward because I have an easy way to make them now with, screen recording on my phone here. So yeah. Now again, this is every mainline Mario game, no spin-offs, unless they're notable or important enough, like the title says here. Now our tiers are S tier, A tier, B, C, D, and then have not played. I do not have an F tier. There was an F tier, but I replaced it with have not played because there's a few I haven't played and I don't think it's fair to rank them, even though there are exceptions, that I will make. Like if it's like a port, for example, we have Mario Bros. Deluxe here. I know how interesting that game is, so I will be ranking it. But like something that's unique and I haven't played, like, Mario Run, wherever that is, I'll be putting here in the have not played tier. So hopefully that makes sense. But overall, if it's a game I haven't played, then it will go in the not played, unless it's something I am more familiar with. So yeah, let us begin, shall we? I think this is the person who made it, Luigi. I don't see any other names here, so I'm guessing that's the person who made it, so shout outs to that guy. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So first we got the one that started it all, Mario Bros. It's a little bit overrated. Of course, it did start off the series, but I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Like, it's fine, it's still decent. It's a game that basically everyone has played, and if you haven't, you should, just to see where the Mario series basically started, even though you could argue it started with Donkey Kong or other games, but the mainline Mario series. So yeah, it's fine. I don't think it's aged the best, but I still think it's fine. So yeah, and of course I might change around the placement of wherever these games are towards the end, but for now it's in B tier. Next up we got Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Honestly, probably A tier. It's a pretty high A. It's a good game. It's really good. I like the mechanics. It's of course weird that it's called Mario World 2, but that's to make it sell more. But I like the music. Of course, I don't like the fact that Baby Mario screams a whole lot if you get hit. But besides that, I mean, it's pretty dang good. It's pretty long. And yeah, so... Okay, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. So, I haven't technically played this one, but of course I played the original Mario Bros. And I know how kind of compromised this version is, even though it does have some unique stuff. Honestly, okay, I think I might put it in B tier. It's like close to a C for me because of the screen crunch, but it does have some unique stuff in it that I feel like it places it around the same level as the original Mario Bros. Though I think you're better off playing the original one, even though there is extra stuff in Mario Bros. Deluxe, in my opinion at least. Mario 64. Slightly controversial, I think. Probably gonna put it in A tier. It's a good game. It really is. I can see why people are nostalgic over it. People love this game. They say it's one of the greatest of all time. I think it's a little bit overrated as well. I think people are so nostalgia blind to this game. I can't see any negatives, even though there are negatives. That doesn't mean it's not still a good game, but there are problems with it. And yeah, I think it's good, but I think it's a little bit overrated. So yeah, we got Mario Sunshine. Probably another B tier. I don't know. Again, I might move these around later, but yeah, I think Mario Sunshine will go B because I played this through the 3D All Stars collection, and I thought it was pretty fun at the beginning, but then towards the end, and then when you're trying to get, more collectibles like 100%, it gets really tedious. And even just towards the end, and it gets like what's going on. So I think it's a B tier. I think it's fine. It's a little bit. It's weird and it's also difficult, and it can be kind of confusing. But at the same time, I think it's overall a pretty fine game, pretty good, I say. But yeah. Mario Advanced, so this, which is actually Mario Bros. 2. I honestly really like these handheld versions of the Mario games, so much so. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Probably the original versions of these games, at least some of them, would go a little bit higher, but honestly, they're all really good versions. The Game Boy Advance Mario games are pretty good versions, in my opinion. Now we could rank these real quick. Mario World, I've been playing this one a lot. It's really fun. It's not that different from the original Mario World on the SNES, and it's probably arguably worse, but I mean, because it's Mario World, it's still A tier. Yoshi's Island, it has some unique stuff compared to the original SNES version, so probably there as well. And then this one is actually going to go in S tier. Mario Bros. 3, Mario Advance 4, whatever. This is the best Mario Advance game because there's so much levels, so much content because of the e-reader stuff, and it's been made available with the Wii U Virtual Console and the Switch Online releases. So that's really cool, and it's basically another game on top of already a great game, which is Mario Bros. 3. In fact, I prefer this version of Mario Bros. 3 compared to the original. We'll get to it a little bit later, but I don't know if I would prefer it over the All-Stars version, but I think maybe I would still, at least in terms of the base version of the game, because if we're counting, the e-reader levels, then this wins all down. So, yeah, I think it's S tier for me. So, okay, next up we got Mario 64 DS. Okay, look, there's a lot of interesting things with this game. Lots of people like it, but lots of people don't. They say it ruined Mario 64. The stick controls, there is none, unlike the original game. But this game has so much more content. I'm gonna put it as a high B, I think. I kind of like Mario 64 DS a little bit more because of the extra content, but I think objectively speaking, Mario 64 is just the superior version of the game, but it's pretty close. I may move that to A later, but I think high B is good for now at least. New Super Mario Bros, you know what, I don't care. It's nostalgia, but I'm gonna put it in S tier. I love the new Super Mario Bros games, and especially this game is the one that started the new series, and it actually did have new stuff in it, and it was pretty good stuff. I really enjoyed it, lots of good memories with it. Yeah. Now next we got Super Mario Bros. Special. I've heard of this one. What is it? Okay, let me look it up real quick. Okay, I looked it up. It's the... Oh, I accidentally moved this. It's like a PC release of Mario Bros. Haven't played it, so I can't really judge. It is similar to Mario Bros, but I think it has some unique stuff, so I'm just gonna put it in the have not played pile. Mario Galaxy, another S tier. Yeah, I think that might be good. Mario Galaxy is amazing. Again, another nostalgia pick, but I think besides looking away from the nostalgia, it's just a great game in general. The music is fantastic. The level design is great. Everything is really good about it. You could argue in some ways Mario Galaxy 2 is better. I would disagree just because of the story in Mario Galaxy 1, but they're both great games. Now, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Honestly, I think I might put it in A tier. If I was using pure nostalgia, I would probably be putting it in S or at least a higher A. But I think this is a good placement just in the A tier in general. I think after the original New Super Mario Bros. Games, like people have said, they get repetitive, all that stuff. They're not that fun after the first one. I think they're still fun, though they are repetitive, and I can understand why people don't like the series, even though I grew up with the series. But I think this is a good placement at least. Mario Galaxy 2, like I was saying, it's pretty great. It's hard to pick between Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. There's some things Mario Galaxy 2 does better. I think there's better level design, but again, I think the story is better in Mario Galaxy 1. But overall, both are good, and yeah. And a fun fact, I actually played Mario Galaxy 2 more recently compared to Mario Galaxy 1. I had Mario Galaxy 1 when I was like, a baby, basically, like 4 or 5 years old, and I couldn't beat the first stage, but I was finally able to beat, or first galaxy, but I was finally able to beat it in like 2017, and then I got it Mario Galaxy 2 like in like 2020 or 2021 on the Wii U Virtual Console. So yeah, fun fact. Next up, we got Super Mario 3D Land. I have lots of nostalgia over this game as well. I don't think it's one of the greats, but I think it's really good. I grew up with specific Mario games, including this one. I had it on my 3DS, and I played it constantly. I remember having good memories of playing it, especially when my grandma was over for, holidays and stuff like that. And I love the extra content in this game. It keeps you playing for like quite a bit. So, yeah, I don't think it's the greatest of all time, but I still think it's pretty good. New Super Mario Bros. 2. It might be A. It might be A as well. I love I love the new Super Mario Bros. Games, and I had more fun with New Super Mario Bros. 2 than probably any of the other new Super Mario Bros. Games. I rate the original Mario Bros. On the DS. I rate that one a little bit higher because it started it all, the unique stuff. But I had probably the most fun with New Super Mario Bros. 2. Wii and Wii U can be interchanged for me. Speaking of Wii U, probably there. But yeah, I think that's a good ranking, for these games. Now, New Super Luigi U, honestly, probably S tier. It's short but sweet. It's hard but not too hard. Yeah, it's pretty good, and I think it's kind of fitting. The Mario Bros. Series, started good on the DS, and it ended well with New Super Luigi U. There was New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, but that's the support. But it ended off pretty good, with Luigi U, at least in my opinion. Now, 3D World, either way, whether you see this as the original game or the port, and the port might be here, I don't know. But either way, this is another S tier. The base game itself, even if you're not looking at the Switch port, which fixes a lot of stuff and does a lot of things, it's still a really good game. If we're counting it, then it might go higher in S tier. But it's overall really good. And I love the level design, and it's really great. It's kind of sad that it took a while for me to play it. I got it in 2017 as well, when I didn't have a Wii U, and then I had a great time with it. And then I got it again for when it came out on Switch, and it was great to play that in handheld mode specifically. So yeah, Super Mario Maker. This is gonna go in S tier as well. I love Mario Maker. It's another one of my childhood games, and I love how endless it is. For the longest time, I would consider Super Mario Maker to be my favorite game of all time. Now, that's a little bit different. I love the Xenoblade games, Persona, but this game still holds a very special place in my heart, and I love that you can play it endlessly, along with more so Mario Maker 2, because there's more stuff to do. But it's still great. Now, Mario Maker on the 3DS, you know what? I'm gonna put it in C tier. I think that's our first C tier. Like, it's still Mario Maker, sure, but it's so much more worse. You couldn't share your levels. It was weird that they put the new Super Mario Bros. U style there, even though they had new Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. I do like they basically, this is where they started the clear conditions we see in Mario Maker 2, with like the single player mode, but it's so much more worse. The only thing really saving it is just the fact of single player stuff, and that's good, and that carries it above to be from like a D tier or something. So yeah. Now Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, I think that's another C tier right there. It's fine, I guess, but it's a lot of, it's so hard. It's also so unforgiving. It's kind of unfair a lot of the time, so I think it makes sense to be in the C tier category. Yeah, I don't know. Mario Run I haven't played, but I heard decent things about it, but that's really it. Mario Odyssey. Yes, see, you go in S tier, you see. Now, why in S tier? Well, even though this is a more recent game, I obviously still have nostalgia for it. I got a Switch on Christmas of 2017 along with Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I played those games constantly, and it was just so fun to play these games in a handheld mode. It was cool to see them on a handheld console, and it was just a great time, and I just have good memories about Mario Odyssey. It's so joyful. It's also pretty long. I know there's like a lot of videos that criticize Mario Odyssey now, but I think it's still really good, and it still belongs in S tier, so. Next up, we got new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Probably A tier. That's too high. Fine, I'll put it there above Super Mario Bros. 2, I guess. Now that has new Super Mario Bros. U, which I think is probably the weakest of the new Super Mario Bros. Games, but it also has Luigi U. So I think it balances out pretty well to be a higher A. It's portable now on Switch. They added Pizza. This is kind of a stupid port. I would rather just play Mario Maker 2, which this goes all the way in high S. This game is great. I love Mario Maker 2 so much. I feel bad that it didn't sell as well as I and what Nintendo was hoping. It sold like 8 million, I think close to 10 million by now. But clearly Nintendo thought it was going to sell more, and I don't blame them, really, because look at, things like Tears of the Kingdom, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Those have like 30 million, 40 million sellers, and I was expecting Mario Maker to do at least half that, but it didn't, and it's sad. So Nintendo cut the support really fast for this game, and it's really sad. You could argue in some ways it's worse compared to Mario Maker 1. You see people complain about no Mii costumes, no 100 Mario Challenge, but the Mario Challenge thing, I think it's a huge miss, but Endless isn't that bad. And the Amiibo stuff, if they made the Amiibo costumes like available to every style, then I would agree, but because they were only available in Mario 1 style, I'm kind of fine with that because it gives more variety and you see less Mario 1 courses. You still see a few because they did add some exclusive power-ups only in Mario 1 style, but you see it less compared to other styles, and I think that's a good thing. But Yeah, I think it's still really good. Even compared to the original, in fact, in some ways it's better. And yeah, I wish it sold more. So yeah. 3D All Stars. I'm gonna put this in S tier, which is probably controversial. Even though 3D All Stars has, three of the best Mario games of all time, being Mario 64, Mario Sunshine is like, it's fine, it's okay, it's good, I guess. But Mario Galaxy, like they're all pretty good games, and they all have some touch-ups to make them look better or feel better in this collection. Like, you don't have to use most of the controls from Mario Galaxy to like spin jump. You can just push a button. Mario Sunshine has a widescreen, which is a huge upgrade. And then Mario 64, the stuff is like changed, like to fix the some of the menu stuff to look more clear or whatever. But I wish that was in widescreen too. People complain about the 3D All Stars collection for many reasons. The only thing I can really complain about is just the fact that it was a limited release. But, and also there's no Mario Galaxy 2. But I don't really see the complaints about them charging $60 for it. It makes sense to charge $60. And also, I don't have a problem with the menu, just like a menu soundtrack thing. And people complain about that for some reason. I don't know. Like, there's complaints to be had about 3D All Stars, but I think a lot of the complaints are overblown. So yeah. Mario Bros 35. This is probably gonna go in S tier. But it's no longer available. That's really sad, actually. I wish Nintendo didn't get rid of this because it was so fun. It's probably in the lower S tier because eventually playing it was still fun, but it did feel a little stale to keep playing the same Mario levels again and again. Tetris 99 or F-Zero 99 don't feel stale to me, but for some reason they start to feel a little stale. Not that much, but a little bit stale in Mario 35. But it was still a great time, and honestly I would have been fine with it being around even if it was a little bit stale, because I could just stop playing it and then come back to it eventually like I did with Tetris, so yeah, I wish Nintendo didn't get rid of it. I hope one day it somehow comes back, but I doubt it. Bowser's Fury, probably another S tier, probably lower just because of its shorter runtime compared to 3D World. It's only like 3 hours or maybe 5 if you get everything, but it's a pretty short side mode game thing in the 3D World plus Bowser Fury port. But it's still really good. I hope this is what they do for another Mario game. I hope they go 3D. I hope they do go like open world, like this style. That would be really cool. So yeah, Mario Wonder I have not played, though I've heard great things about it. If I were to judge it, I would probably put it like A, maybe S. But I don't want to judge it technically because I haven't played it yet. So yeah. Next up we got Super Mario Bros. 2, which is actually Doki Doki Panic. Did you guys know that? Oh my god. Honestly, this probably somewhere around the same level as Mario Advance 1. In fact, I kind of prefer Mario Advance 1 because it was portable and there was some unique stuff compared to it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good game. I liked it. I think we'll get to one version that's way better soon enough. But overall, I think the original NES version is still pretty good. Though the Mario Advance version, I think it's a little bit better. But that's just me. Mario Bros. 3. Probably another S tier. I prefer Mario Advance 4, Mario Bros. 3, and another, upgraded version coming up. Hint, hint. It's the last one on the list here, but overall, this is still a great game. I remember playing it pretty well on my Switch. I played it a lot when I had free time and I didn't have and I was bored of like other games I wanted to play on my Switch. or I think it was like an online game, but I couldn't play it while I was on the road, so I played Mario Bros. 3 a few times, and it was pretty good. So yeah, good memories. So Mario Land Uno, have not played yet, but I will be playing it eventually when they add it to the Switch Online service. I know it's pretty basic. It's also really short, but overall, I do want to play it and test it out. Mario World, probably another S tier. Yeah, Mario World is just so good to me. Like it's really good. Is it better than? I think it's better than Mario Bros. 3. Mario Bros. 3 and Mario World are really close, but I think there's too many auto-scrolling stages in Mario Bros. 3, and I think the mechanics feel pretty good in Mario World compared to 3, even though there is more power-ups. So it's really hard. It's like I don't know. I could change it, my opinion, like day by day, but I think overall Mario World is a little bit better. So yeah. Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Honestly, I might put it as a high B. It's a fun time. I liked it decent enough. But yeah, I don't know. It is longer, obviously, than Mario Land 1, from what I know, by a whole lot. It plays pretty decently, but at the same time, you can tell the Game Boy is, like, struggling with this game. Yeah, I think that might be good. I don't know. And last but not least, we got Mario All-Stars, this is the one I was talking about. I think it improves on every single Mario game completely. I know some people don't like specifically Mario 1 when it was remade in the All-Stars collection compared to the original Mario 1 because of like the jumping mechanics or hitting blocks. I don't know. But I think overall, like, it just makes me want to play all the games again, having them all available on the All-Stars collection. Like, it even makes the Lost Levels more fun because of its remade style and its better controls. So yeah, I think it's pretty dang great remake, and I love what they did to the original Mario games. I think it's the best way to play all the original Mario games. Besides, the Advanced series, which I think is a really good, but yeah, that's just my opinion though. And now that is it. Now let me see what things I want to reorganize. There's probably a few I want to reorganize. So yeah, let me look through and see what I can change. Maybe Bowser's Fury goes in A. Yeah, probably. Yeah, this one go in A as well. New Super Luigi, A. I think that should stay there. Let me move things down from here now. Let's see. Probably. Well, it will go in B tier. B tier. Yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else I should move? Honestly, Mario Bros. 2 probably will go in B tier. I like it, but I don't know. It's probably my least favorite. It is different than the other series because it's Doki Doki Panic. But I think Mario Advance improves it, so yeah. Maybe I should put New Super Mario Bros. Down. I'll put it down. I'll put it there, and then I'll put probably all the other New Super Mario Bros. Games here. If I were to organize them, probably something like that, and then like this, and then I don't know, there. I feel like I should have some in D tier. I don't know. You know what? Let me move some here, and then I'm gonna move the Mario Bros. The 3DS here, and also, you know what? The Lost Levels, that could go there too. I don't really have fond opinions about both of those games. No, I don't hate Mario Wii. I have more fonder memories. New Super Mario Bros. U, I also have fond memories, but I can understand its shortcomings by a huge margin. God, this is really hard. Like all tier lists, really, they're all really hard to rank. Honestly, this is too high for this game. Probably go somewhere here. And you know what? The original Mario Maker, I think it's gonna go lower in A tier. I have great memories of it as well, you know, like I said. But I think Mario Maker 2 is far and away superior. 3D World is pretty high, but I don't think it's an S tier actually. It's really good though. It's hard, man, to rank these. You know what? Mario Sunshine will go in C tier as well. It's fine, but it is a little bit next to none. That'll go lower. Yeah, I think that's fine. Also, I think Mario Bros. Deluxe, even though I technically haven't played it, I think makes sense to go there. Honestly, that might be it. Kind of want to put, I want to put the original Mario Bros. At C tier. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put it there in C tier. Hopefully, you guys don't hate me so much. Let's see. I could move this down a peg. Bowser's Fury, I think it's a little bit too high. Maybe I'll put it in B tier. It's still really good, but like a high B. But I think it's a little bit too high because it is a short game. Same thing. Same thing for New Super Mario Bros. I think. I don't know. It's hard. Honestly, this might have to be my ranking. I don't know. Let me see. S. Let me go over it. Honestly, S is pretty good now. A. Honestly, pretty good as well. I'll move Mario Sunshine lower, and then yeah, honestly, that's pretty good for me. I think that's a good placement. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this list, but I do like it more than when I originally started. So yeah, and I did want to have something at D tier, so I think putting these 3 games makes sense, but I don't hate any of these games, I may dislike a lot of parts of the Lost Levels, but I don't hate it. It's still a Mario game. It's still decent to play. And 3DS, Mario Maker has some good qualities to it. Mario Bros. Deluxe, I haven't technically played it. Maybe this will be a tier lower technically, but because of everything I know about it, I believe it should go here because it's a little bit lesser than the original Mario Bros., which I'm not fond of either, but it's still a classic, and they did add some new stuff, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I apologize again for having the vertical screen, but this is the only way to make tier list videos more quickly, more consistently for you guys. So hopefully you guys don't mind too much. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Like, subscribe, play some Xenoblade, and I'll catch you guys next time for more. Peace. Bye, everyone.